Well, hello there everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and we have another unexpected video because apparently power steering is my worst enemy because I got in my Wrangler this morning to go and commute with it and everything's completely fine until I got on the interstate, and then I got this warning here. You guys can see it's like a steering wheel with an exclamation point, and it basically says that my power steering is overheating. Let's see. There we go. Power steering system hot. Performance may be limited. Now, I had this happen a couple weeks ago and I didn't make a video about it because basically as soon as I got off the interstate, the whole thing just stopped. Like, it wasn't an issue anymore. And so I was like, yeah, there's no point making YouTube videos, probably just a fluke. Like, you know, I have stuff like that happen with my cars where like, there'd be like a one-off thing. And if you own like a newer car that's built after COVID, you understand. But this is the second time this has happened, and this is now happening after I just had the power steering go out in the Defender. And so, yeah, I don't know what this is. Like, I haven't taken this vehicle off-road in months. I just daily drive it. I don't even like do anything crazy with it. Like, yeah, I accelerate every so often because it's got a 392, but it's not like I'm going around corners like a race car driver or anything. So it's, I don't know what it is. I don't know why the power steering is constantly overheating. And so I guess that once I get to my like location, I'll let you guys know if it does the same thing where it just shuts off. But yeah, apparently maybe I should just buy vehicles without power steering because then I won't have to worry about the power steering going out anymore. Maybe that is my solution. Okay, so we're just getting off the interstate here, so we're coming to a stop. And I guess we'll see if the warning goes away. Last time I think it went away once I came up to like a full stop or something like that. And then let's see if it does it again, I guess. Sorry if this is a boring clip for you guys. Oh, there we go. See, it's gone. It's literally, as soon as I come to a slow speed, it's gone, and the power steering functions. Yeah, it's normal. It's completely normal. I don't understand. This is the second time it's happened. What I will say though is the warning popped on the exact same time this time as it did last time. So when I get onto the interstate from the small town that I live in, there's kind of like, so you go straight and then you kind of like take a right turn onto the interstate, and it's kind of like a curve. And so you go from like doing the curve, but then obviously getting on the interstate, you're gonna have to merge left. And so you go from like curving right to left at a pretty quick pace, right? Because you're accelerating and all that kind of stuff. So I'm wondering if the acceleration of like going, like accelerating while going right and then going left, I wonder if that like moves the fluids around. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's happening, but something's doing something because it's happened at the exact same time. And then as soon as I get down to low speeds, everything's fine. Yeah, that's really weird. That is really, actually, this is perfect. Look, this, oh, it just came out. Oh, there we go. How Bizarre by OMC. There we go. That's like the theme song for the, for this Wrangler steering situation is How Bizarre. But I guess the good news is I am going to be taking this into service probably tomorrow. I was planning on doing it like next week or something when I had a little bit more time. But since the power steering is still acting up and I don't want to deal with not having another vehicle to drive, because I'm running out of cars at this point. Worst first world problem ever. I know I sound so stupid, but like if I can't drive the Wrangler anymore because like the power steering fully goes out just like the Defender, then we're down to 2 cars. But realistically, we'd be down to 1 car because I can't drive the GT500 right now. Like, it is 30 degrees outside and the roads are pretty clear right now. But like, yeah, I don't want to be caught in a snowstorm with a 760 horsepower rear-wheel drive Mustang with track tires on it, like literally track tires on it. I know this does not pertain to the Wrangler video whatsoever, but this Bronco here at the Kengar Ford in American Fork, actually I probably have to roll down my window so you guys can actually see it. There we go. It's like wrapped in this like matte or satin. No, it looks more like a satin, like desert tan. That looks so cool. Looks like they've got the stickers on it, so it must be a used one that they got traded in. That looks super sweet. Yeah, that's probably like my favorite looking color that I've seen so far on the new generation Bronco. Obviously it's not from the factory, but man, they've got some pretty cool vehicles here today. Got this platinum. Gosh, the window sitter you can't even see through. It's a platinum with like off-road tires. It looks really good. Yeah, it's like kind of lifted, I think. It looks really, really sweet. But apparently they should be getting their first Raptor R in the very near future. Now it is pre-sold, but I will be able to do a walk around on it. So like, I guess if you happen to be watching this and you're not subscribed already, that would be a great time to subscribe. Whoa, look at that. Is that a new, that's gotta be a new package on the Platinum. That looks really cool. It's like all blacked out. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's not a new package, but that's really cool. And it's in like the new blue color. I think it's called Area 51 on the trucks. Blacked out Area 51. That looks really good. Man. I know we're taking a little bit of a side tangent, but I figured you guys might want to see some of the stuff that I look at on a daily basis while I'm trying to figure out what cars I am going to review. I already have like somewhat of a game plan today. I'm doing a GMC versus Ford F-150 comparison, but then if I have more time after that, I will be doing some other stuff as well. So I got to find the F-150s, then got to find the GMCs. And so what my plan is for the rest of this video, I guess, is once I'm done filming here, then when I get back on the interstate, I guess we'll do an update clip and see if the light pops back on or if it doesn't. And then hopefully I'll also have an update for you guys on the Defender as well at the end of this video, because I'm supposed to get some sort of update today because it's Monday and they said that they would probably have something figured out by today. And it looks like they had a Gen 3 Raptor too. They got lots of stuff back here. This is crazy. Okay, so I just officially finished my filming for the day, and I feel like today was a pretty okay day. I got 5 reviews filmed, which is not like the lightest that I'll ever have in a day, but it's also not the heaviest, if that makes sense. It's kind of just in between, so I guess it's more of like an average day. All basically truck videos, which yeah, I feel like that's what this channel's come to, is it's either I review a car that I haven't reviewed before, or I'm reviewing a pickup truck, or doing a truck comparison. And don't worry, the Wrangler's warmed up. The Wrangler's warmed up. I didn't just go full throttle while it's cold. But let's see if the steering, I guess, does some weird stuff yet again. And while we're waiting to see if it does anything, I do want to mention I've got some exciting reviews coming in the near future. As I was at the Kangar Ford and American Fork, I was talking to them about the Raptor R, and it's still at the train yard here in Utah, which is really strange. So yeah, we'll just have to see when that comes by. I'm guessing sometime this week is when it'll arrive. So I should be able to do a video on that pretty soon. The sound of this thing is crazy. Okay, we're closing the valves now so that you guys can hear me. But yeah, that should be coming up soon. And then also, I will be reviewing the new Jeep Wagoneer with the Hurricane engine very, very shortly. So that's coming up soon. And then also a Last Call Hellcat. So that's another cool review. So I've got some cool stuff stacked up in the pipeline for stuff that I don't like, I guess, normally review on the daily. And so on the highway, nothing's happened. Like, I just did some accelerating and yeah, it's just chilling. We don't have any warning or anything. So it looks like it was a fluke yet again, but like, I don't understand why, like, it doesn't make sense why it's happening. Like, why does the steering on the Wrangler consistently overheat every single time I get on the, ooh, Tesla. There was a Tesla on the side of the road. They had a flat tire. It wasn't because the car broke down. I always got to make fun though. But yeah, I just don't understand that. Like, why is it that specific stretch of road every single time I turn and start to accelerate that the Wrangler decides that it wants the power steering system to overheat? That's so weird to me. So strange. Okay, well, that was extremely uneventful. So still no warning again on the Jeep after the drive all the way back home. So I don't think I'm gonna get another warning until I take the Jeep on the interstate tomorrow and go around that corner and then have the light pop back on. So like I said earlier in the video, I'm gonna take this in for servicing, and I'll just ask them about it and see if they know anything. Like if it's like a common issue or something like that, because maybe it is a common issue. Maybe it's just something that happens with Wranglers because it is cold. I think that's the other thing I've noticed is it happens when it's cold, because that's usually when I drive this, is when it's really cold, because, well, it's a great vehicle to drive in the winter. 35-inch tall tires, they do very well in the snow and all that fun stuff. But I do have some quick updates for some other stuff on the channel as I'm driving. I feel like these vlog videos are so boring because, like, I don't do anything other than talk and drive. But anyways, the Land Rover dealership contacted me, and they basically said that there is some sort of like battery voltage shortage, something together. And I said, well, that makes sense. It's a British vehicle. that's literally what I told the guy. He hasn't texted me back, and I don't know if he's upset or if he just like is not allowed to laugh at that because he works at a Land Rover dealership and has to deal with it every single day. But yeah, it's having electrical issues. A British vehicle having electrical issues. Go freaking figure. So yeah, it's not going to be fixed today. It's going to take some time. They're literally talking with the engineering people at Land Rover to figure out the whole situation. So we'll see what happens there. And we'll see when I get my Defender. And so that kind of leads me into, I guess, talking about some other stuff. Well, I first had to make a quick pit stop at the grocery store, which I do almost every single day because I mostly eat fresh food. And, well, if you want to be able to eat fresh food on a regular basis, you have to buy food all the time or else it'll go bad, which I make sure it doesn't because I'm not a wasteful person. Anyways, aside from me talking about my diet, the other big news is that I am leaning more and more towards getting another car, which I know is ridiculous because I already own 4 cars, but this whole like Land Rover situation has kind of set me off a little bit, and then now the Jeep is kind of acting up, and now I'm just like waiting for the Raptor to do something. And so I'm like, you know what, maybe getting another car wouldn't be such a bad idea. Now, I have talked about this on the channel about getting, you know, some sort of like hot hatch because, you know, it could be something that I think would appeal to a different audience because it's much more affordable than the vehicles that I currently have. And, you know, it would frankly, hopefully be something that's more reliable than what I currently have, so I wouldn't have to deal with the stuff that I'm having to deal with. Now, I did mention another video of the cars that I was looking at, and after more thinking, the 2 cars that I'm kind of like most keen on, frankly, is the new Volkswagen Golf R and the new Honda Civic Type R. I know the new GR Corolla is really cool, but it's just not like comfortable enough. I'm worried the Civic Type R won't be comfortable enough. That's something that I've kind of been worried about with the reviews I've seen. So the Golf R might be the one to go for, manual transmission Golf R, but at the same time, I just don't know if I could see myself in a Volkswagen. I don't have any problem with their cars. Like, I actually really like their cars. They have really nice interiors and everything, but I just don't know. I feel like I'm more of like a Honda fanboy a little bit, to be honest, especially the Civic Type R. I think it just looks so cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on that. And if anything else happens with the Jeep, with the service and everything, I'll just let you guys know. But probably what I'll just do is, once I pick up the new Defender after it's fixed, I'll probably just give you guys an update on the Jeep in that video, because I don't really think that at this point there's going to be there's going to be a need for another dedicated Wrangler video. Unless it's doing something fun with the Wrangler, hopefully, because I do plan on doing an off-road comparison with the Defender versus the Wrangler, because they're both about the same price, and so that'll be a pretty interesting question to answer. Do you go Defender or Wrangler if you're going to spend about the same amount of money? Anyways, stupid Tundra. Anyways, that's gonna sum things up for today's video, and I guess let me know what you guys think about what's happened, and see ya.